Welcome if you are joining me live or if you are watching the replay. I am Hannah Proctor. I am a certified master level EFT practitioner, and I'm just bringing tapping to my community, to anyone who can really benefit from it. So I'm excited you're here. For everyone who comes or everyone, who finds me later, I'm just getting comfy. I'm so restless right now, you guys. I've had so much caffeine and I got into a writing frenzy this morning, and so I kind of forgot to eat. Oops. Not bad problems to have, right? So anyway, don't mind me if I'm a little breathless and all over the place for a few seconds. The tapping will calm me down. But today we are tapping on accessing our creative flow. We are tapping on really getting into that clarity within ourselves about what's the next step I'm supposed to take, because as a creative, okay, as a poet, as a coach, as a tapping practitioner, and as a business owner, the biggest struggle for me was I don't know what step to take. I don't know what I'm supposed to do, right? Like all these people, as we call them, gurus, are telling me do this, do this, do this. This will create your success. But the thing is what path might fit this person or even like thousands of people, in, maybe that path works for them, it might not work for you. And so this whole tapping experience today is really for anybody who has just felt like anything they've tried hasn't worked, for whatever your goal is, whatever your dream is that you're trying to fulfill, whatever vision you want to bring to life, or if that's, embracing your artistry or really even uncovering what that is, because that was hard for me in the beginning. Like I did not know I had a voice. I didn't even know that I could paint, and I'm not like a Picasso or anything, but I just didn't know I had my own perspective in these things. Even in my writing my essays for the tapping club, all this stuff, I just didn't know I had my own unique perspective. There was so much that was just locked down under so much emotional debris, so much emotional baggage from my past. And so many of the stories that I just kept telling myself that were really just, they were just kind of like taking the wind out of my sails before I could even really get them fully open. You know what I mean? So I wanted to create a tapping script for you guys that could start moving that energy a little bit, that can help you start to trust yourself a little bit more. Because really, for a lot of us, what's working for other people isn't meant for us. We have our own unique path. We have our own unique roadmap, if you will. And that lives inside of our bodies. It lives inside of our hearts. Your heart knows the way. And not to be cheesy, like literally, your heart knows the way. Your heart communicates with your brain before your brain ever communicates with your heart. And your heart is sensing your environment. It's sensing all these things that can reach way further past than your conscious mind can. Okay. So your heart is doing so much work for you all the time, right? In so many more ways than we ever thought. And so this tapping script is really just kind of reframing that perspective that I just don't know what the next step is. I don't know what to do. And I don't know if I have the answer, because you do have the answer. I was that person that really thought, I don't fucking have a clue. I've never done it before. So how am I supposed to know? You don't have to know. You don't have to consciously know, because you subconsciously know. The how, right? This step, that step, whatever, the timeline, all that stuff, it's wrapped into the desire itself. The thing that wants to be created, the genuine desire, not ego desires, but your genuine desire, that has the instructions inside of it. And so our job really is just to create the space for it and to quiet down enough to hear it. But we got to trust ourselves. And a key to that is feeling safe. We can't really trust ourselves until we feel safe in our bodies. And the tricky part with feeling safe is the nervous system prefers familiarity for safety. And so that's why so many of us stay stuck in loops and cycles that we don't want to be in, because our nervous system is literally saying like, hey, I'm choosing this because it's familiar, it's comfortable. So we have to be able to move through that discomfort consciously and with love in order to create a new normal, a new familiar. And tapping is a powerful way to do that. Tapping can zap the neural network, the wiring that's in your brain. Literally, it can zap that shit out in minutes sometimes. Some stickier things, some stickier emotions that have been around for a really long time, they take some repetition. They take some consistently showing up to address it with that compassion, that love that tapping gives you the power to do. So we're going to get started. Make sure that you just have some water on hand, or at least hydrate afterwards if you're not already hydrated before. I've got my water here. I'm probably going to have to sip it at some point. And if you, as you're tapping, if you notice that you're have an urge to burp, you'll probably hear me burp at some point on this video. But if you have to burp, if you have to stretch, if you yawn, cry, any of it, okay? All of that is somatic release. Your body is processing emotional tension. It is metabolizing it. And what comes on the other side of that, especially when you do this consistently, and I'll have the replay so you guys can keep doing the script if you want to. But when you do that consistently, you start to unlock different perspectives within yourself. You start to get access to thinking that you didn't have access to before. Okay? And I'm speaking from experience here. I created the tapping club because not because I had it when I found tapping, I didn't have any intention to create a business from it. I started it because I heard someone else talk about what happened. I didn't believe it at all that it could work for me, but I just tried because nothing else had worked. Nothing. Not enough meditation, nothing was working. And so I just committed to a tapping journey, and I did it every day for about, I think it's probably been over a year and a half now, but I did it every day and just to see what would happen. And oh my God, I'm a different person. I'm the real me, you know, I'm the me that was hidden under all that shit. So let's get started. All you got to do is tap where I tap and repeat after me, and just stay present. Okay. Stay really present as you're listening to me and repeating after me. I want you to like really bring your awareness into your body and just notice what's moving around, because that's where you can really tell that it's working. Like, I'll even demonstrate that as we do it. I'll say if I notice something kind of wiggling differently or shifting, or if I feel like a tingle or whatever, all those things are somatic signals and they need to be paid attention to, because that's your body telling you, yes, okay, yes, this is working. And if you notice that an intense emotion comes up while you're tapping, that's totally fucking normal. That just means that you hit a hot button and you need to keep tapping. And if you need to leave me to just like sit, tap, and cry, don't stop until you start to feel the relief. It will come, even if it's just exhaustion. Because like sometimes I don't feel like the mental shift. I don't feel the new perspective unlock in the tapping session, right? But I feel exhausted. So I stop. And the next thing I know, a couple days later, I'm thinking differently. That's how it works. It can be very sneaky. So think about the thing that is kind of stressing you out, the thing that you need relief around, the thing that you want to create that you feel like you don't know how to create, right? Bring that to mind and really tune into the discomfort in your body. Okay. Don't pay so much attention to the stories, to the noise in the brain. And I know that can be really, really fucking hard. Tapping helps that, by the way. Tapping makes that easy to just get out of the head and into the body. So pay attention to that, because that's where the information is. That's where the energy is stored. The mind is just looping the story, okay? The body is holding the emotion, and as we tap, that emotion is going to start to discharge. It's going to start to complete its cycle that it was trying to complete in the first place. It can't do that when we get caught in the looping thoughts, because the thoughts loop, the emotions flow, okay? And if you notice any insights come out, note those down. You know, if you notice any things come up that you might need to tap on in your own time, do that. But okay, I know. All right, so we're going to start on the karate chop point, and I'll try my best to show you the points, but I'll make sure to have a picture of them in the actual essay or the article when we're done. Okay, let's do this. Oh wait, no, hold on, I forgot. Rate it from 0 to 10, because that's how you're really going to be able to measure your progress. From 0 to 10, how intense is your struggle with this, with your creativity, with accessing it? How intense is the anxiety around not knowing what to do? You know, how intense is that fear? Rate that from 0 to 10. 0 is neutral, chill, not really worried about it. 10 is it's kind of keeping me up at night kind of level of energy. And just take note of that for yourself. And then we'll check it again when we're done. And we're going to do this whole script twice. Okay, take a nice deep breath if you're as ungrounded as I am. Caffeine's getting me. It's even half caff. What the fuck? Okay. Even though I'm really unsure about what steps to take, to bring this vision to life, to make it tangible. And I just don't know what to do. And all the stuff I've done according to the experts, it just hasn't worked for me. And I feel really anxious about this. Because this thing matters to me. I'm already getting emotional. Oh my goodness. See, that's what I mean. That's what I mean. I already have an emotion coming up. Like I had an urge to cry just then. Don't ever fight that. I kind of did, but it's because I want to sit here and blubber on the live with you guys. But okay. I'm worried I'm just not capable of doing this. And even though I feel that way, I deeply and completely love and accept myself. And I want to say, if you don't believe that, that's okay. I didn't believe it in the beginning either. I really did. When I first started tapping, I said that to myself and I felt stupid. And in fact, a long time ago, when I found tapping, I didn't do it because I hated saying that. That's how untrue it felt. So don't judge yourself. Just say it anyway. Be uncomfortable. Even though I'm afraid this just isn't going to work out, that I'll never get to feel that inspired rush, that pulse of creative energy, that clarity that tells me exactly what to do next. I deeply and completely love and accept myself. All right, now take a nice deep breath and just notice how you're feeling. Don't have any high expectations if it's feeling intense. I'm feeling a burp already forming in there. And the tapping, as you tap, it'll bring that shit up next thing you know. Okay. All right. So now we're going to go to the top of the head to start with the first point. And don't worry about getting it exactly, okay? Just that rhythm that's going through as you tap, it's going to reach the point. I see so many creatives just doing the damn thing. Creating their art or their content or their books, whatever. I'm just over here wondering, when will my inspiration arrive? When will I know what to do? And if I'm being honest, all right, this is right in the bra line. I don't really trust myself to figure it out. Okay, and you're going to do like the edge of your fingers here on each one. And I struggle to believe that this is even possible for me. I've never done anything like this before. But I feel so called to it. I see this vision in my head. And it feels good for a second until it doesn't. I end up feeling doubtful and like I am so far behind. And I felt like I'm kidding myself. And it's easy to believe that I am. Nope, you're gonna come out? No, the burp's not ready yet. But this fear isn't helping me move the needle. I just keep looping in this doubt and anxiety. Oh, there it is. That's that energy moving. When really I just want to be creating. And I want to say this real quick. I noticed because I want to reflect to you guys, I want to mirror to you that I think it's called interoception. After that burp, I felt this like of good energy and like I wanted to cry. That relief. And maybe it makes sense that I've been afraid because this version of me that I want to be is unfamiliar. So maybe it's not that I don't have ideas or inspiration. Maybe it's just hidden behind this resistance. I forgot to put my noise canceling mic on. And maybe this resistance is just trying to protect me. Because this is asking me to stretch into more of myself. I think I skipped a point, but that's okay. That's a good lesson right there. It's okay if you miss a point. Tapping is very forgiving. So just tap on that thumb and then we'll go back to the top of the head. And being more of myself has felt a little scary. But maybe my next step isn't to figure everything out. Maybe it's just to feel safe. Safe with the idea, safe in my body, safe to create. And I can do that a little more every day. Tapping helps. I can honor the fear that I'm feeling and start making safety feel normal. Because maybe I already have the answers within me. Maybe there's no one clear path, just my path. And the fact that I feel this vision pulling me means I have it within me to bring it to life. So I'm willing to meet myself with more compassion and see what I'm made of. Okay. Now take a nice deep breath in and out slowly. It helps your nervous system just like really integrate what you're doing. Take a sip of water if you got it. I got nail polish all over my. Okay. And then let's do it one more time, like all the way through without me jibber jabbing throughout it. Okay. Back to the karate chop points. And also, guys, you can just tap if you're new to tapping. You can just, if you're feeling a feeling and you don't have words for it, you can just tap while focusing on that sensation. And that will help resolve the emotional tension and help your body process that feeling and let it go. So that way you can get to the gold on the other side. There's always gold on the other side. I've learned that the hard way. Even though I'm feeling really unsure about what steps to take, to bring my vision to life, to make it tangible. And I just don't know what to do. And all the stuff I've done according to the experts just hasn't worked for me. And I feel really anxious about this because this thing matters to me. I'm worried I'm just not capable of doing this. I see a 222. And even though I feel that way, I deeply and completely love and accept myself. And even though I'm afraid this just isn't going to work out, that I'll never feel that inspired rush, that pulse of creative energy, that clarity that tells me exactly what to do next. I deeply and completely love and accept myself. Okay, let's go to the top of the head. I see so many creatives just doing the damn thing, creating their art or their content or their books. And I'm just over here wondering, when will my inspiration arrive? When will I finally know what to do? I must have some energy around this because I feel another burp coming. There it is. There she blows. Oh gosh. See, I lost my place. Okay. If I'm being honest, I don't really trust myself to figure it out. And I struggle to believe that this is possible for me. I've never done anything like this before, but I feel so called to it. I see this vision in my head, and it feels so good for a second until it doesn't. I end up feeling doubtful and like I'm behind. And maybe I feel like I'm kidding myself. It's easy to believe that I am. But this fear isn't helping me move the needle. I just keep looping in this doubt and anxiety. When really I just want to be creating. And maybe it makes sense that I've been afraid because this version of me is unfamiliar. And my nervous system doesn't like unfamiliar. So maybe it's not that I don't have ideas or inspiration. Maybe it's just hidden behind this resistance. I feel this like, oh, this fire in my belly. I felt it just rev. And maybe this resistance is just trying to protect me. God, I feel so good right now. How are you guys feeling? Because this is asking me to stretch into more of myself. And being more of myself has felt a little scary. But maybe my next step isn't to figure everything out. Maybe it's just to feel safe. Safe with the idea, safe in my body, safe to create. And I can do that a little more every day with tapping. Just saying. I can honor the fear that I'm feeling. It is a signal, not a stop sign. And start making safety feel normal. Because maybe I already have the answers within me. Maybe there's no one clear path, just my path. And the fact that I feel this vision pulling me means I have it in me to bring it to life. Oh, there's that emotion again, right behind my eyes. I can cry. So I'm willing to meet myself with more compassion. My body loves that. And finally see what I'm made of. Okay. How are you guys feeling? I'm feeling really emotional and really good and a little exhausted and definitely more grounded than I was in the beginning. If y'all can sense energy, you probably feel that. Okay. Take a sip of water if you have it. If not, drink, guzzle some shit after you're done. Now, just reflect for a minute and look at your rating. Think back to the number that you picked from 0 to 10, and then pick another rating. Where is it now on that scale? And wherever it falls, don't judge yourself. Like if you still feel anxious, if you still feel that fear of like, I don't know if I'm ever going to figure it out, that's okay. You probably just have some stories and some emotion that's been around for a really, really, really long time. And it's going to take some more showing up and creating safety in your body for you to actually move past that. But with the thing is with tapping is it never takes as long as you might think. Like I remember before I got into tapping seriously, I was all into shadow work. Like I was all about it. I would journal endlessly. I would constantly be self-reflecting. I would constantly be trying to figure stuff out. I'd use meditation, all this stuff, right? But genuinely, like nothing really moved. Like I might feel like a little bit of relief in the moment, but nothing ever stuck. And I'd find myself just wrestling with the same shit again. But ever since I started doing tapping really seriously, and making it like an integral part of my self-development journey and like, just feeling safe and healing and all this stuff, I started to actually see progress. I started to actually see that, wow, okay, these fears that I've had, they're actually going away. Or they're, and some of them that like I said, some were bigger than others and they took a little bit longer, but I could feel the progress. You know what I mean? Like my body was telling me every step of the way, we're progressing. We're moving in the right direction now. We're finally moving this energy in a way that we never could before. So tapping is really powerful for shifting your identity, for stress relief, for nervous system regulation, all the things that we need in order to access our creativity, in order to access that true flow state. And I'm telling you guys, like I can't stop. Like I literally can't stop. And there's days where I feel like I want to write or I want to do something, but nothing's coming. My body's just like, ugh, no, we're not doing this. And then when I trust that, next thing I know, tidal wave, tidal wave of inspiration. And the tapping, it quiets the mind. I think my personal experience, it quiets the mind more effectively than endless meditation. That's just my experience. Everything works differently for everybody. You just got to try what works for you until you find the thing, right? Whew. But I think we're good. I think this is it. I'm going to put this up as an article on the Tapping Club publication. It'll be under Friday Taps on my page. So I'll have that up there so you guys can replay this and you can use this tapping script as many times as you need. And I don't have any intentions of, I don't know if this matters to you guys right now, but I don't have intentions of paywalling that, by the way. I want this to be accessible to people. I want people to really be able to get into their creative flow because it feels so good. I believe creativity is truly sacred. I believe it's a divine mirror, if you will, of seeing yourself. Because the more I paint, the more I write my poetry, the more I even write my essays, just like letting it breathe through me and flow through me. The more I see myself, the more I'm like, wow, like, whoa, okay. I don't need you to adore me. I don't need you to recognize me. I don't need you to praise me because I'm literally like on fire inside of myself with like self recognition, with self appreciation, with self love. Like, I don't need it from anybody else. Like, it feels better than even any money could feel. You know what I mean? It's that kind of like juicy energy. And I believe that's our birthright. Truly, each person, I believe it's our birthright. So if you have something you want to create, I hope this helps you feel more hopeful. I hope it helps you feel inspired. Like, okay, I'm not stuck, I'm not blocked, I'm not a failure, I'm not just a dreamer. Like, I'm actually a creator. I'm meant to do this. I'm meant to be this. Because I'm finally living in the energy of the version of myself I've longed to live in, that I romanticized, that I daydreamed about, but never felt like I could get there. Tapping is what helped me close that gap. So I truly hope it does the same for you. But let me know how this felt for you guys. Let me know what moved for you. Let me know what shifted for you. And I'm here to support you. If you ever have any questions, just let me know. Now, before I close this out and end this, I want to tell you guys just really quickly about a resource I recently created. I was so inspired by what I've been writing lately and also by this EFT live, this tapping live that we just did. I created a downloadable audio, a guided tapping audio, just like what we're doing here, only it's audio based and you can take it on the go with you, right? But it's called Feel Safe Again. And the whole intention behind it is to make safety in your body normal and not safety contingent upon a dollar amount in your bank account or a follower count, or, you know, getting a publishing deal, or whatever, selling a painting, whatever it is. I don't know what your dream is. I'd love to hear about it. I'd love to hear what you want to create. But it's not about, it's taking safety out of those things where we outsourced it and putting it back in our own hands and making it unconditional, making it normal for you, making it your foundational baseline. Because when you have that, that's when you can go. That's the thing I was missing. That was the thing that kept me from doing the stuff I wanted to do. Now I'm just like fucking free flowing, and it's beautiful and it's fun. And I feel happier than I ever have because I prioritize safety. So if that's something that resonates with you, if that's something that you need, it's a very quick audio that you can listen to and do every single day until you finally feel that safety for yourself in your body. And you will with consistent practice. I'm going to link that in the replay article so that way you can download it and start using it and start rebuilding your sense of safety. And of course, like I always say, I do private one-on-one tapping sessions, I do single sessions, or I do a full identity reset journey called Unmasked. And I have 4-week journeys or I have 8-week journeys. And I'm with you a couple hours every single week doing tapping and just holding space for you, seeing you, helping you see yourself the way that you truly deserve to be seen, helping you excavate your true self underneath the fucking rubble of your emotional baggage. And I'm also there with you outside of the sessions. We keep in touch throughout the week as you integrate the insights, as you integrate your transformation, as you continue the work in your own time. So it's a very intimate journey. If that's something that interests you, again, this will all be linked in the replay page. So I love you guys. Message me if you have any questions or if anything, or if you just want to talk to me about how this went today. I'd love to hear from you. And I'll see you guys next Friday in our next Friday tap. And if you have any suggestions about what to tap on, I'm just going off my own stuff. You're welcome to throw an idea at me and I'll come up with a tapping script about it. But okay. All right. I love you guys and I'll see you later. Mwah.